Welcome back to another episode of Commentary from the Shed. In this episode, I'm going to share with you my long and winding journey of getting a tumor extracted from my left leg. I'm going to share with you all the cost information, and I'm also going to provide some thoughts about the services I received. 2, 1, start. Okay, so this is what's known as a common peroneal nerve sheath tumor, peroneal being referenced to the back of the leg here. This, where the blue arrow is pointing, is the bulge that I wanted to have extracted from my leg. The growth was increasing in size and it was just annoying me. So I went to my primary physician and I asked her during my annual physical, is there anything you can do about it? She said, absolutely. I'm gonna reference you to a surgical specialist. And this is the bill. It cost me $151.94. Before I went to see the first specialist, she sent me to get an MRI. It cost me $378.20. So the first MRI was not a high contrast one, and here's the result of the MRI imaging. As you can see, this is the soft tissue mass or lump that I'm trying to have removed from my leg. So this is the initial specialist, Dr. Nicholas Yu. He saw me for about 5 minutes and he waved a white flag. He's like, nope, I can't do this. I'm not comfortable with the skill level that I have to successfully perform this surgical procedure. Here's his rationale. Considering his anatomic location and relations to tendons, patient will be best served by an orthopedic surgeon instead. So he sent me right back to my primary physician, and this visit cost me $168. And then my primary physician, she referred me to an orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Fabi. He's with the San Diego Orthopedic Association. He saw me and it cost me $210 here, but he ordered another MRI, this time a high contrast MRI. So the difference between the non-high contrast and the high contrast is in high contrast MRI, they fit you up with an IV which pumps in an ink and that thing flows throughout your body and it creates or yields an image in our MRI image that's a lot clearer, that's a lot brighter. As you can see, here's the high contrast MRI as compared to the non-high contrast. This here you can see the lump is 18.3 millimeters in diameter. Okay, so after he got that imaging back, he still decided against the surgery. He said, I can't do it. I'm not comfortable because there is a nerve that runs on the outside of the tumor. And if he accidentally, or maybe not accidentally, but if anything happens with that nerve, I will lose the ability to press on the front part of my foot. So he decided to, well, here's the email from his assistant. Dr. Fabi is not able to operate on the tumor due to it being a nerve sheath tumor in a sensitive area. Very similar to the very first specialist that I saw. Fortunately, he referred me to UCSD. Initially, he said, go see Dr. James Flint, but unfortunately, Dr. James Flint is out of the country into November. I didn't want to wait until that long until he comes back. So fortunately, Dr. Susan Bucata is available. I did a consultation with her and it cost me this amount. You can pause the video and see for yourself how the cost breaks down and how much insurance covered. But she did say that her only concern, because she's familiar with this type of surgery, it's within her wheelhouse. She's done a ton of these, but because there's that nerve there, she is again afraid or concerned that if anything goes wrong, I will lose the use of pressing down on my left foot. So she ordered a biopsy. So that was the first step. So the biopsy is where they insert a needle into the tumor itself, extract a small sample of the tissue, and get that tested. Fortunately, it came back benign and not malignant, but they used that information to set up the blueprint or the plan on how to tackle the actual excision. So they call this, the technical procedure terminology is excision of left knee soft tissue mass. Now, what's remarkable here is this was the first time, I did this 2 days ago, the first time that I went under general anesthesia, and that's when you get completely knocked out. And it was kind of surreal, out of this world, because what it felt like was they wheeled me into the surgical room. I shut my eyes, and it didn't feel like any time had elapsed. Once I opened my eye, my eyes, I was in a different room, and I didn't realize that the procedure had been done until I looked down at my leg, and there's a bandage there. So very cool, a marvel of modern medical technology, anesthesia. Okay, so after that was done, here is the breakdown of all the costs. And then let me show you, here's a table of what everything cost. Okay, I'm just gonna go, I'm not gonna go into details. You can pause the video to see what each of the services cost me and how much insurance covered. But you take a look at this column here, the raw charge, it came out to almost $12,000. Insurance took away about $8,000. And so my personal out of pocket was $36.71 so far. So I have a couple more future appointments, which will bring this up, I would assume, a couple more $100. But you can see there's a significant difference between what I paid and what the whole, or what the raw charge is. So a big shout out to Blue Shield Blue Cross for covering a lot of the costs here, and by extension my employer Boeing, which provides me with that insurance coverage. Before I conclude this video, I want to show you the excision area. So right now it's bandaged up. In about 2 days, I should be able to remove the bandage and then show you what the incision and the stitches look like. But I want to show you this here. Major relief. I was able to perform this function with my foot, pressing down on the front part. See that? So that was one of the major concerns about the surgery. There was a very small percentage, slim chance that I wouldn't be able to use that function of the foot. So big kudos to the UCSD team. And I will catch you all on the next episode of commentary, either from the shed or in this case, I'm concluding the video from the garage.